up in New York City. All right. I'm majoring in sociology and entrepreneurship to pursue humanitarian law, which I'm really excited to do. And here's some of my involvements throughout high school and all that type of stuff. I always like emphasizing volunteering at Loaves and Fish Soup Kitchen because that's what really prompted me into the humanitarian world and helped me like find my love for helping others. All right. Moving on. So why humanitarian work in the first place, Mrs. Jones? Right. As a first generation Asian American, I really saw my family build themselves from the bottom up. All right. I'm originally from Iowa, Mrs. Jones. All right. Super random. All right. Definitely a different culture than what it's like in Houston. All right. So seeing them really build themselves from that little small town up into now into Houston, where they sent me to such a nice school like Duchesne and then be able to help me fund for Fordham University has really made me want to help others do the same. So my next travel destination is Tanzania, Africa, and I'll let you know a little bit more about that later. But my biggest motivations are definitely my mom, definitely my sister. My sister has been with me through everything. She drove me to school every single day, Mrs. Jones. All right, because I got anxiety to drive. So if that's not love, I don't know what is. But anyways, going back to the Tanzania program, where I'm trying to raise $6,000 to volunteer and explore Africa. Tanzania has a really close place in my heart because my best friend immigrated from there when she was 6 years old. So I got to explore her culture, also help other people as well. They take water bottles, compress them into bricks. All right. And we get to build places of education and water reservoirs for Tanzanians. Right. And I'm $2,000 into my goal, Mrs. Jones. So again, if you want to write me a check for like, $3,295, do not hesitate. All right. I won't stop you. But anyways, all right. Through Cutco, how does all of my goals connect into Cutco? You might be wondering, Mrs. Jones, why are you sitting in this night presentation today with me? All right. Well, Cutco helps me with communication. Mrs. Jones, clearly I don't have much of a shell to break out of. All right. But it helps me a lot with one, knowing what to do with no's, right? Knowing what to do with myself with criticism, all right? Help me communicate with people my age, but also people older than me. All right. Networking. All right. Through Cutco, I've been able to go to so many big girl conferences, right? They have these turntables at these conferences where you can talk to people one-on-one, right? Get millionaires' phone numbers, get direct contact with them. They're not only just talking and telling you, you also get to ask intentional questions. And that's helped me so much. At 18 years old, I already have so many influential people in my phone. All right. And through Cutco, I was going to build my resume, Mrs. Jones. All right. I already received my President's Club letter. Yes. All right. That I can put on my resume where the CEO of the company has signed it for me, saying that I'm amazing and great, that they should hire me. All right. And I also attended GCLA last year, all right, where I can now run my branch this summer, which I'm really excited for. And as you can see, Mrs. Jones, through Cutco, it's helped me become a goal-oriented girl and also earn some significant income, okay? So thank you, Mrs. Jones, so much for being my second demo for the week. All right, my demo goes 10, so thank you for helping me towards my goals. All right, I really appreciate it. And overall, I am only $8,000 for my next promotion, Mrs. Jones. So again, if you want to write me a check for $8,281, I won't stop you. All right. But I'm just kidding. All right, Mrs. Jones, do hide your credit card though, because I'm pretty good at my job. All right. But other than that, even if you don't get anything at all today, Mrs. Jones, no problem, because there's a free way that you can help me, and that's becoming a sponsor. All right. And then I would go into the demo. And then when you're doing the sponsorship slide, I would go back into this slide right here and show her my recommendation slides, all that type of stuff. Okay. So with goals, I'm going to break down the parts of it. All right. The first part about me, where'd you go to high school? Where are you going to college now? All right. Maybe some of your clubs, involvements, what prompted you into that? Why do you want to study that? That's part one. All right. About you. All right. Some of your biggest motivations and maybe a goal outside of Cutco. So could be getting a new car, getting new shoes, whatever it is. Mine is travel. All right. And that's totally optional, but make sure to connect. Why are you doing what you do? Why are you studying what you study? All right. Next thing is, how does that connect with Cutco? All right. For me, it's communication, networking, resume builders, and structure and income. Okay. And then last thing, connecting Mrs. Jones to it. Thanking her for helping you towards your goals, helping towards your demo goals. All right. And also showing her how close you are to your next goal, your next promotion, your next milestone. All right. Everyone loves to be a part of a success story, guys. Everyone loves to be a part of it. Everyone is going to remember how you make them feel more than what you say. All right. So make them feel good. All right. Make them get really excited for you, for your goals. All right. So I also always emphasize how much like I am far from my promotion. Guys, don't be afraid to say, Mrs. Jones, I'm really good at my job. Hide your credit card. All right. Planting those seeds already for an order. All right. Doing all that stuff. And also being like, it's okay because there's also a free way you can help me. Okay. Don't forget that. Also planting another seed for recommendations that Brooke is going to be going over. All right. So that is, again, the basis of my goal slides. Guys, there's three main parts. Let me go back to you. All right. There's really only 4 main parts to it. About you, how connects to Gutco, how she helps you with your demo goal, how far you are from your promotion, and then connecting it to recommendations like a free way to help me. So I guess that's 5. All right. So again, as long as you say all of that, it doesn't really matter if it's in like a nice pink fancy slideshow. All right. Again, it's the words you say, not the form that they're in. But that's basically it, guys. Any thoughts, questions, and concerns that I can address for anybody?